Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of seas, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thine heart as a God.
Yeah, that's it, man. Esau is basically trying to take. It's funny because I was watching a video today. It was about it's like meant to be the history of time. Then this guy, I was watching. I was like, oh, okay, oh, interesting. Oh, Industrial Revolution. Oh, the pyramids. Oh, yeah. Then he said there were 5 different types of humans and dinosaurs. And the single-celled organisms and blood. I was like, bro, 4.1 billion years and that. I'm like, this is just confusion. Your brain can't even consider 4.1 billion years.
And I bet he missed out slavery in that history of time as well.
Industrial Revolution, but they forget slavery as well, man. What Industrial Revolution and that? Where did all that manpower, where did it come from before that? Even during that, man. When they're talking, even Industrial Revolution.
Bonding.
These guys have sent a little youth them up in the chimney and that. And I'm sure there would have been a hella Jake youths getting sent up.
Oh, yeah.
Because even in Europe, there'll be some left over, man.
Yeah. That's where like them health and health and safety at the workplace came from, because during the Industrial Revolution,
hella kids were
getting used.
For the workhouse, that's why they had the workhouse.
Yeah.
It's like if you were like an orphan, they'll basically put your ass in the workhouse, and you're slave labor basically.
Yeah, you get through slavery basically.
Youth them, like 5-year-olds, have to do slave labor to get a pot of gruel. Like what's his name, man? Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
And it's funny how all of these health and safety laws come after all the work's been done.
Yeah. Like London's all built up, man's there, it's like, this is great. Okay, we can pass the law now.
Yeah, because during that time period, you might go and use some like kids in small sections that grown men can't go, and then you end up getting like evaporated, burnt and shit. Whole hands get caught in the machine, gone.
Yeah, for real. It's funny because Daniel when they got put in the furnace.
Yeah.
It's like the mans that chucked them in the furnace got annihilated. So I'm like, yo, certain work environments. I'm like, remember there's some mighty men. Man just dashed man in the fire, and they got burnt to death. Like, I'm like, that means there's some deadly work environments, man. You see them old industrial, like them big chimney pipes and that. There's a big motherfucking fire there. You might have been smelting iron. Yeah. Then that molten iron, that shit splashed. That shit will burn, tear through your arm. Your arm's gone.
And then, like Tez was saying, if you read the laws, right, you've got health and safety in the law, man.
Yeah.
You've got a building at certain height, you have to put a guard on the roof so that no one can fall off. You know, if you've seen your animal do some fuckery before, you gotta...
Yeah, you wipe it out. All kinds of things is like, Esau, it's like with the match with the animals, you look at some of them videos, I just felt sick thinking about it. You got them chickens with like fucking 2 heads and 3 wings, and like one of the legs don't even work, and they're scraping their ass around the floor with 1 claw. Bro, put the little, how you gonna, and then you're putting that shit in a McChicken burger, bro.
I got a pizza.
God.
This is Proverbs 12:10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Yeah, that's Esau ain't considering. But the thing is funny as well, is Esau refers to the people as goyim, man.
Yeah,
so,
it's cattle.
Like cattle. So there's even with the people that keep this place running, Esau's not regard. He's thinking about wiping out. How many of them, man? He's thinking about wiping out like 6.5 billion?
7.5 billion.
7.5, yeah. Billions of people he just wants to wipe out. This guy's out of his mind, man. That's a mad scientist. Because the thing is, that's completely out of order, man. That's your own vain imagination.
Yeah, man.
Go on, grab
Ezekiel. Let's go back to Ezekiel.
Yeah, Ezekiel. Finish it off. Go back to
back in Ezekiel chapter, what was it? Chapter 9, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is back in Ezekiel 9 and 5. I'm gonna start from 4 again. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's what we come out every week to do, man. Sigh and cry. Because, hey, all you got to buy now is madness out there, man. Go on.
Right? And it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Slay up.
That's that judgment. When it comes, hey man, it's relentless, man. Basically, there ain't no escape from that, man. And the thing is hey, this is by and large, because the thing is even Esau is trying to bring the numbers down to 500 million. Hey, the Lord's gonna cut the numbers heavy as well anyway. With the judgment, because like enough people are gonna get nuked up, enough people are gonna get mashed up in concentration camps by martial law. Enough men just might die out in the wilderness, man. A lot of people, very few people know how to survive in the wild, man. It's like, so when you go out into the sticks, some people might even just drink. They might see a pool of stagnant water and drink that and die. There's all kinds of things. They might think, oh, this berry is safe to eat, it's poisonous. They drop dead. There's all kinds of, there's dangers, man. That's a whole, when you go out in the wild, that's its own entire different realm, man. It's like when if you come to a city and you've been living out in the sticks, you ain't gonna know how to, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But it's just like without there, it's like you try and survive out there, taking it casually, you'll find yourself wiped out swiftly, man. Go on.
That's right, and it says, and slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
Yeah, maids, little children, women. So there's no escape. There's all that, you know, putting women on a pedestal, all that, you know, the kids, they're innocent, saying kids are innocent, but then how you gonna have a bunch of, or bore out before, and them raping up their classmate, like they're 5, and then guilt tripping them up. That's what's innocent, that's some off spirits, man.
Yeah,
but
man.
that's why the judgment does not spare. And reincarnation's a thing as well, man. People like to forget reincarnation, because for Esau as well, Esau likes to forget the past. Now Esau can say, oh, it wasn't me, it was my foreparents, you know, my forefathers. But then this guy, when that inheritance comes from grandma and grandpappy, he ain't gonna be like, no, that is disgusting slave money, I will not. So that's all BS.
This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah, prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquity of their fathers. Because, hey, that's how judgment goes, man. Hey, regardless of whether you might be saying, oh, but you know, just support innocent, this child didn't do nothing. It was, hey man, that's why reincarnation's there. And that's the beautiful thing. That's why it's like, when you see a black out here getting judged, you can't be getting all upset about every black. Because the Lord's basically, a lot of them blacks were black people. They were niggas in a past life, man.
Yeah.
These guys might have been a guy who threw a stone at Yahushua, threw some rotten fruit at Yahushua. There could be it could have been a guy scoffing, could have been one of them a snake man to the Pharisees.
Yeah. The scripture calls them the sons of Belial, right? Yeah. And if you go into that word, it means sons of destruction. And like you remember he was like a Benjamite. He scoffing at King David. And then during the time of King David, he didn't get put to death. And then when he was going in his deathbed, he told King Solomon, look man, you know that dude, you got to put him to death, man. And then throughout the scriptures, there's countless of guys like during the time period of Moses. Remember when you was bringing it out?
Korah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Korah.
That's just
Dathan?
Abiram and them man.
Yeah, Abiram, yeah.
And then that's the scripture call them the exact same name. Because so throughout all time periods, you've always had niggas, man.
Yeah.
Always scoffing at the prophets. Always doing something at the prophets. And guess what?
Jerusalem now that killeth the prophets.
Yeah.
And every time they got judged. Same thing now.
Trying to talk like
It's never happened.
Hey man, Jake's been coming against the prophets from the jump. There ain't never been no point where Jake's has been, you know, manages the whole of Israel down. Very rarely, man. Very rarely, like, will man heed the prophets. It's like Nineveh's one. Other than that, it's like most times that when Jake's getting jacked up, that's when they'll listen to the prophets then. But then before then, these men are just like, yo, fam, I'm saying we're gonna get judged though.
He's cursed, man. You know, this guy's cursed, man. Yeah, that's the Lord. Look at this. You know, the Heavenly Father knows how to judge, man.
Funny, because I was thinking I completely forgot about this guy. One guy I used to go to school with.
Yeah.
This guy came up to the camp. This was years back. I don't even remember when. Probably 2015, maybe. Something. It was ages ago. He came up to the camp. Then he was scoffing, so we cursed him out. This guy's lost his mind completely, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I saw him I used to see him. This guy's bugged out, talking to himself. Fucking just completely done. I completely forgot about this guy. I was like, you know what? I was like, bro, if the Lord can catch you out there, man.
Oh man, you know what's funny? Like I was supposed to do a video on it, right? There's a scoffer who, remember when the camp was one? At the main camp, there's a scoffer, right? He's a cracker, right? He's white and he's sick. He has shaved face and he's bald, yeah? Now, I ain't sure if you see him come past the camp. There's a guy who's got a ginger afro and a beard and he's a bum. He was a scoffer. And I bump into him and he's talking to himself and shit. And he actually came to the camp as a scoffer. He's well dressed, blah blah blah. Now he's got like an afro and a ginger beard. Just on the street corner chatting to himself, man.
Hey,
that's the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord can get you, man. Because it's like a lot. That's why
He played with the plague of the heart.
Yeah, the plague of the
Surah
heart.
25.
Hey, the Lord can catch you out there, man. Because that's why this thing's a serious thing, man. You got a lot of guys that come into this. This is either they watch it for entertainment, they don't take it seriously, or they're just thinking about, you know, going out there, just cursing them out because, you know, it's to entertain themselves. Hey, this is a serious thing, man. The Lord can basically judge you, bring out spectacular judgments as well. Because, hey, man, it's like when you lose your mind, you're done, man. And the thing is the Lord can switch you off and then switch you back on like with Nebuchadnezzar. Because he was out there eating that grass, then he got brought back. Then he was just like, yo, surely. He was there, he must have been putting them clothes on. He's like, he knew then. He knew then. And that's what's gonna happen to Esau, man. Right now Esau's in that splendor. When Esau, the thing is as well, is like, bro, when you go through intense trauma, you lose your mind, man. It's like Jake's in slavery. Bro, their minds were gone. They couldn't. That's why you could have like slaves there. It's like what move was it in I can't remember what it was. One of the slavery moves. Having 12 years a slave, or in Django, where he was talking about he used to have a slave that would shave him every morning with a cutthroat razor. Then he said, look, man. He said, look, basically a nigga, he would never even think to cut his throat because a nigga's just a slave. But if I was a white, as me as a white guy, I'd have cut his throat the first chance I got. But that's because Jake, that intense trauma Jake went through, and because basically, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua just took the spirit off man to let Esau do what he wanted to do with him. Hey, that's what happened. So the same thing's gonna happen to Esau. It's gonna get flipped. Because when Esau's getting lashed up, all that pride that you see these Edomites walk around with now, that's gonna cease to exist. They're gonna be in there just like, shit, bro, they're gonna be all kinds of messed up, man. They're gonna be completely through, man. And hey, that's the beauty of it, man. The Lord can flip it however he wants, man. And it's like, yo, that mind. Hey, when the Lord's messing with your mind, all kinds of fruit. You find it.
Nah, man.
What are you looking for?
Trying to find something else. Yeah, because
Because hey, that your mind, man, that's like a lot of things come from that, man. It's pretty much even like getting his wisdom. You have to get turned onto it, man. A lot of things, the Lord has to basically open the floodgates, man. So it's like, hey, just like with, because the thing is King David was in slavery, man. Elijah was in slavery, man. All the big major prophets went in slavery. But they didn't know the scriptures. They were all kind of messed up, man. They were sitting there thinking their name was what? John, or Jack, or Tobias. They weren't thinking they're knowing, you know, I'm a man of the Lord, this, that. Run it.
Well, I have a piece of what you're talking about now. Like, you know what I said? Before you went to this truth. So this is John 10 and 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of mine hand.
Yeah, that's it, man. The Lord basically, hey, it's like with, maybe you can even get, it's like with Elijah, man. When Elijah was basically like, look, man, they've hunted down all the prophets. I'm the only one left. Hey, man, the Lord said, look, man, 7,000 men, they won't bow the knee to Baal. That's basically about the elect, that 144,000. The Lord's got his men. And he's got their minds. There's nothing Esau can do to pluck them out. So, hey, that's why this is a thing that's above and beyond, man. That's why, hey, we're hoping we're part of that number, man. That's why we come out here, we do what we need to do. Hey, hoping that the Lord basically has mercy on us and gets us out of it. But it's like, if you're not within that protective barrier, you are just open to everything that's out there, man. Because you see what's going on. It's like, even all these niggas getting wetted up. That, hey, man, the Lord could just have you just like get run over, get wetted up. Someone can mangle up your legs. You could get a fucking brick, a pot could fall off a windowsill and crack on your head, and then you lose the ability to speak and turn into a vegetable, and you're wired up to fucking life support or some shit, getting your shit chewed out of your ass. The Lord, hey man, the Lord can do all kinds of judgments, man. That's why, hey man, that's the only protection that you can find is, hey, being able to elect me. And even then, the Lord's still going to put tribulations on you. It's not like coming to your elect, you start levitating. A lot of guys think just because, okay, you get the truth, then you're just some ultimate next level. You become basically your Superman now.
Yeah.
That's not what. Hey man, we get all kinds of ailments, man. My fucking knees are through, man. If I walk upstairs too many times in a day, they should just give out, man. All kinds of problems, man. Every man's got, you know, their own little ailments. But that's, hey man, for humility, man. It's what, humiliation. Yep. So you can't, if you're out here thinking, you know, like, yeah, I'm just the ultimate don. If you're able to move around like fucking Deontay Wilder, knock out every motherfucker.
Pop 60 women a day.
Yeah.
You know? Have the best job on the planet Earth of just staying at home, getting money in the account for free.
Yeah. Paul said that as well. He said he paid to the Lord 3 times.
What did he say?
He said I paid to the Lord 3 times to get the ailment that he had.
Yeah, he had a thorn in his side and he didn't get
and he said, but that was to keep him humble.
Yeah.
Hey man, much is given, much is required, man.
And it's a part of that temptation, we furnace of affliction, man. Which I'm gonna read here. This is or do you want Kings?
No, I'm gonna say Surah. Ecclesiastes 25 and 13. The affliction of the mind.
25, Surah 25, yeah.
Surah 25.
25, 13.
No, it's not 25. 25, let's say. Yeah, chill out. Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus 25. Are you sure it's 25 and 25?
No,
it's 13.
13 and 25.
No, 25, 13.
Oh, 25 and 13, Salakia. This says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart,
Yeah, give me any plague, the plague of the heart, and that's not talking about, you know, lying in bed, like watching. I'm watching The Notebook for the 300th time. I'm crying and eating ice cream. Come on, man. This is talking about basically the plague of the mind, man. Like when you bug out, man. So, and hey, that's a terror. Because it's like even with something as simple as, hey man, when you get older, your memory ain't working as good as it used to. Hey, even that can be terrible because you forget things.
You might wake up and you don't even, you just forget everything in your life.
Yeah, you're just some fucking. That's messed up.
That's scary, you know.
That's all kinds of hell.
Hey man, that's
why you got like motherfuckers living till like they're 111 and shit like that, bro. You need to give up the ghost, man. Okay, you like that body you're barely keeping that thing going. All kinds of what the hell? What kind of thing you even able to do? Look, I'm like, bro, come on, man. That's why the law put a limit on these bodies.
That's too far from the bed.
My Lord basically put a limit on the bodies out here that we've got, and it's like even just like with certain things. So you might try and think about meditating on certain things in your mind, and your brain starts feeling like it's breaking, man. That's because hey, certain things are a bit above us, man. Funny because I watched a video. It's like the Edomites and science have got a thing about like simulation. They're saying like, oh, is life on Earth a simulation? And they're saying, you know, is this a simulated universe? Is there something that could be like something similar to a godlike being that's basically simulating it? I'm like, wait, so you're basically trying to say that there's a god and he's controlling this, but then you're just doing it in some stupid Edomite science bullshit way. The thing is, I'm like, bro, I'm like, this is essentially a simulation. Yes, it is. The Lord's running the simulation, man. He's basically we're on strings,
We're
man.
Sims.
Yeah, we're Sims, man. We're all up on strings. You might want to do something. It's like right now, you could want to run across a road. But if the Lord ain't wired you to do that, they ain't gonna happen. So hey man, we're on strings, man. It might not seem like it, but that's what it is. But that's
Yeah. It's like this dog wants to go somewhere else, but the owner's like, no.
Even Esau, man, Esau himself doesn't even understand that the power is controlled.
To the bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah, what's that, Job, isn't it?
Job, yeah.
Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah, that limit's been set on what Esau can do. Because it's just like it's not been given into Esau's hand. Esau wants to wipe out Jake, but you can't just send like, okay, look, what's it in Star Wars, man, Order 66, man. Just order them to wipe out all the Jedi, man. Now Esau wants to do Order 66 on Jake, but hey, man, you can't do, man. It's not been put in his hands. Just like Esau wants to put maybe poison in the water so it wipes out millions of people. Unless the Lord basically, like cyanide in the water or some shit. So you drink one cup and you give up the ghost. Esau ain't been giving him things, man. But that's where you can see it's like all the madness. It's funny because like the way Esau's doing it out here, it's like the morals are degraded. That brings the judgments on, man. It's like when you're living outside the bounds of the law, then, hey man, the judgments just come anyway, man. So it's like you just get Jake going off. That's old wisdom. From what Judith was in Judith, where you had the Ammonite basically breaking down. You make Jake go off. Yeah, they ain't gonna. Nah, it's cool. Hold it. That's a method Esau's using to get man jacked up out here, man. What was he just gonna read? I'm gonna before Joe. If not, go to Amos 9 and start from verse 9.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. You want me to start from 8?
9.
Okay, 9 from 9, yeah. Oh yeah, yes. It says, "For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like as corn is sifted in a sieve.
Yeah, and hey man, you can see that's going on. Because as the days pass, it's like even I was watching, what was it? There was a movie trailer about some geezer who gets a chip, then he starts turning into a superhuman, man. He's able to mess people up. Like the chip takes over and he basically becomes ultimate, he's becomes ultimate everything. I'm like, hey, Esau's pushing that chip hard. So you got like, they're basically pushing it from the front of, of the health thing, and now it's like, oh, you get a chip, you're gonna be super, and the money as well, all kinds of security. There's all kinds of angles Esau's pushing. I'm like, how is it? Now it's just like, it's becoming a normal thing. Just here, like, oh yeah, the chip. This is like what's the word? Propaganda, man. It's propaganda. So I'm like, man made a movie, just a whole film, just about a guy who gets an implanted chip, then becomes super, and then he had like what, altered carbon as well. Where man, you can just, anybody you want, you just bang, chip in, then you're nice. All kinds of things, man. Hey, Esau's pushing it hard. World War III's getting ready to kick off. I'm like, yo, it's just like with Apostle saying like the elect will be sealed. Hey, very, very possible, man. Very possible. Because hey, it's just events need to come to pass, man. And hey, it's becoming quicker and quicker, man. All this talk that's going on and the proxy wars, hey man, any little spark can ignite it. This poisoning that happened, that seemed like it could be the spark. Hey, another thing that happened, man. Yeah, I think in Germany you had like another terrorist attack. A guy driving man in the curb of a car or truck, whatever. There's all kinds. Hey, any little thing could happen. Everyone's ready, man, because China, they're getting in like the tariffs. That's what Trump's doing, the tariffs against China. Basically sending for them, and the stocks are falling. So hey man, there's everything's prime, everything's ready to go, man. We're ready to get the fuck out of here, man.
Ecclesiastes 3. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Yes, a time to every purpose. And of course, let's say, and a time to every purpose under the heavens, man. So just like, hey man, there's a time for this kingdom to rise. There's a time for it to fall, man. Every other kingdom has risen and fallen previously, man. Everyone knows, man. It must needs come to pass. The only people trying to stop this thing from coming to pass is the stupid general public, man. Because the elites are they're trying to move the thing along, man. But they're basically waiting on Satan to give them the go ahead, man. That's everyone's ready for this thing to pop off, man. Because even Trump, since that guy got in office, this guy's been waiting to just be able to blow. This guy, look, you put him in that what's it called? What's a commander in chief? You put him in that commander in chief seat. This guy blow them up, kill him. This guy, look, you see him how he was on The Apprentice. Bringing all that spirit into it, like yeah, that stupid ass ignorant, just like blow them up. Come on, man. Man are ready to get the thing kicked up.
And it says,
hey, that's what the lot of men are meant to be about as well, man. You got a lot of these groups, they ain't even talk about. You won't even hear prophecy move from their lips, man. Guys are talking about, okay, like the conduct of an Israelite. How should an Israelite man be treating his wife? Nigga, what? Okay, when nukes start flying, how well is that gonna suit? How prepared are you gonna be for that? Yeah. You're gonna be like, okay, your wife start, oh, I'm scared. You're gonna be fucking hell. You're gonna be like, honey, look, don't worry about that. The Lord's got, man, come on, man.
Yeah. Just keep cooking them cookies.
Yeah, look,
right,
man.
cool, man.
We need to make sure that you are in order as an Israelite woman. Give me a break.
You gotta get the house in order.
Give me a break.
Okay, man, that's fantastic. And then you just gonna just turn her off.
Or you get your fucking AK out.
Yeah. Try to shoot a missile.
Go on, get your preset, man.
And it says,
go on, get your preset.
to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time
a lot of people, it's like, even with death, man, this place is people out of their mind trying to live forever. The thing is, it's like, bruv, there's order and balance of things, man. It's like, certain things it's like even spring, when we're in spring now. Like through winter,
Yeah, the actual trees are starting to bloom.
Yeah, the leaves fall off, they turn brown, then they fall off, then the shit don't grow for a couple months, then spring comes back, then everything comes back to life, man. All the flower them start blossoming, the tree them start growing leaf, and all
Yeah, reincarnation.
That's basically, that's a cycle.
Yeah, cycle.
Anyone who watched Lion King should know that, man. The circle of life, man. But for real, Esau is basically trying to disrupt that, man.
Yeah. That's right, and it says,